சார் வர டைமும் 10 மினிட்ஸ் ஆகும். அசைன்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துருந்தாருல லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நான் என்ன சொன்னேன் பேச சொல்ல
Yes, sir. Thanks for waiting. Biology, you are here. I thought you not needed. So shall we start? Achha, assignments you have done, right? What Aman? You good? So you have done assignments. Yesterday, what we have done? How many of you try to prove the theorems that we? How many of you were able to? Okay, sir. I can. If you have doubt, just ask. What doubt you have? Okay, I'm trying to ignore you right now. But let's. Okay. How many of you tried? Huh? What is this? This is what I. Stop. How many classes? How many classes have I done? How many classes have I done? How many? You have 20 classes, right? And how many classes have I done? You can draw all this. Yes or no? 30. Can you draw? 30. Yes or no? Yes or no? Science. I want our answer. Fast, fast. Do it fast. I told you. in your mind? Write the angle property, write the bearing property, write the distance. So do it fast. And also write the period. What is the period of that function? Do it fast. Now other part. Now I think we have submitted all the formulas, but I haven't proved all the formulas, right? So just keep doing your work and listen. So what we'll do, if you have any trouble in any other formula, then we can have a look at it. Okay. Like how many of you were able to prove sin A plus sin A plus B? Sin of A plus B. I think you can cost. But have you guys find out how you sin of A plus B? Whatever sin of A plus B is not equal to sin A plus sin. Okay, so first you draw your.
Yeah, there's no sound in it.
That is fine. Page number 60. What's the difference? Do you remember that? How much is it? Yeah, that's fine. Or 0 is 1. Cost, I mean 0 is. How do you find out that? But these things should be known, right? I should not do this in class. See the difference. Sin 0 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. See all that study on the 6th floor. Done. How many for that? Huh? Just keep on me. Nobody is here. See, first we are I will let you. You know the reason why I you know it. Because of my that's the reason that I think it's good. I mean, second of you always want extremes. I think yes, I'm not going. Apart from that, I'm not going to do so. Because either you are attending class or what? You are not doing it. So both reasons are not. That's why you should not be my cousins will be like, let's go there, let's go there. When she came to Chennai, I was not able to concentrate on any of them work. So cousins are, bad influence. You have cousins? That's why I don't go to them. Everyone has cousins? Acha, ठीक है. Which curve I said asked you to draw? Cot, right? So why it is taking so much of time? I don't get it. This is sine, right? Oi, listen, Naveen. This is sine of x. Everyone listen properly. You know the value of 0 to 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is what? You know how to convert a degree to radian and radian? Naveen, asking you on. You know, 0 degrees is how many degrees? He also knows. 0 degrees how many degrees? See, these type of behavior. What do you expect from this? How can someone not get frustrated with this type of things? 5 what is that? How much is it? Of course. What is the see, there are certain numbers you should be, like just it should be 5 by 2, 5, 3 by 2, 8 by 2, and in the middle, 5 by 4. I've done it, I'm not going to do it again. So this is sine of x, like this x is this x axis and y the function. See, this is actually the function f of x. Okay, while we are writing y is the obviously y is the code of it. Okay, and this f of x is the range. Okay, this is what f of x is. This not f of x is not the range. It's the possible values of from possible values of f of x is the range of this. So sine and cos both will vibrate between 1 and -1. Okay. About I think below this only we have drawn. Which curve is this? Now this is tan x. Now tan of 0 we know is 0. Tan of 5 by 2 we know is infinity, right? And tan 5 by 4 the middle is 1. So and at 5 by 2 it is not good. It will be like this. And it will be a mirror image of y is equal to minus. Okay, we will study about transformation, but for now, from 0 to minus 5 by 2, it's like this. Okay. So because tan of negative theta is what? Negative tan theta, right? So this is tan theta, and this is tan of negative theta because this side is negative, right? So this will be negative theta. So my tan of negative theta is negative of tan theta, right? We have done this in class. So don't say I have done. Okay. Now, when we are right, see, this is sine. Okay, just understand. This is sine of x. Now, when you are trying to find cosec, so this is 1/1 sine. Cosec is 1/1 sine. Or it is 1/1 cosec sine. So what you will do? You know this form here. What you will do? You will break it here and split it. Okay, whatever you are getting this from this to this. In case of cos you cannot get split the cos. Okay, we're getting it or not? No. You guys are there, so don't say I have control. 0 5 apart from this, still it is there in your yesterday also I mentioned just try to divide it. Sir, I know. Kind of correct. You write this values. This is 1 and this is done. Then when I ask, then sin 2x, I can draw sin 2x. You would be I asked you don't do it. Do it like this one. I never asked you the process. Do it. How you will draw cos 2x? The problem is, let's try to figure it out. Which one is your turn? Listen, pay attention. I'll draw two of them. We have done a lot of work. See, it's not worth solving just problems without understanding. Okay? It's not worth, believe me. You'll be able, maybe in your CBSE exam or your school exam, maybe you'll be able to solve, you'll be able to find the value of sin 15 degree, but it's not no use. You should understand. Okay. As usual, our very good friend, the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, and it's written as R square. You got it? What R square is? Those who have attended Cartesian product, the functions before functions have started at the end of sets, right? So all the points are this is R cross R. R is real number. Okay. Now, which one do you want me to know? Second? Wait. I'll draw you. I'll do yours. Huh? Shut up. Anyone else? I won't listen to you. You know why? Tell me yes or no. The thing is, you don't listen to me. It's as simple as that. See, give me any reason. I don't care. I don't care about any reasons. It's fine. Go ask Bhaskar, ask Raghav why you are not getting that. That is not my responsibility. My responsibility is to take class here, and if anybody is attending online, I'm stopped asking people who are attending online. If you have noticed, because it takes a lot of energy and time. I don't want to waste that. This is your see, always whenever, let's say you are drawing sine of x, okay, you know the value from 0 to 90. Fine, you only know that much. Okay, so sine 0 we know is 0. Sine pi by 2, that is sine pi by 2 we know is 1. This much everyone knows, right, from here. And pi by 4, this is pi by 4, is 1 upon root 2, right? This is 1 upon root 2. Sine 30 is 1 upon 2. Okay, so this is pi by 6. This is 1 by 2. Just pay attention. Okay, listen here. Next time if I ask you, please draw it. So this part we all know. This much value we all know. And since we have extended it in previous classes, I have explained why we are getting this value. We have already studied about all 4 quadrants. How the angle varies, sine of t. See, this is your first quadrant, right? From 0 to pi by 2 is your first quadrant. So in first quadrant, you'll see all the trigonometric functions, all the trigonometric ratios are positive, right? In second quadrant, we have seen that sine is positive, right? We know that right now we are drawing sine x, so that's why we'll be talking only about sine x. So in this quadrant, sine is positive, right? And we know sine of pi minus theta is equal to sine theta. We have also done that, right? So you find all the values sine of pi minus theta, that means sine pi, okay, sine pi minus x is equal to sine x. Okay. Now, if you put x is pi minus x is equal to 0. That means minus, that means we are going from this side. Just try to understand. We are going from this side. Pi minus, when we are writing pi minus some value of x. If x is equal to 0, that means we are talking about this point, isn't it? If you put x is equal to 0 here, that is sine pi, right? So that will be equal to what? Sine 0. See, sine pi minus 0 will be equal to what? Sine 0. That's what I'm saying. We have just substituted x. So sine 0 is equal to sine pi. Okay, so we have got this value. Okay. Now similarly, if you subtract pi by 4 from this, okay, so sine pi minus pi by 4 is equal to sine pi by 4. Fine. So sine pi minus pi by 4 is what? 3 pi by 4. Okay, so sine 3 pi by 4 somewhat around here. Okay, so this is 3 pi by 4. So that's how we are getting this. Okay, now this is also the second part. This is your third part from pi to 2 pi by 3, right? And this is your 2 pi. Now this is one complete rotation. Okay, so similarly the same value will get in negative side. You can do it. We know that sine of 2 either pi plus theta is equal to what? Sine negative of sine theta. We know this. Sine pi plus x will be equal to negative sine x, right? So whatever values here, whatever values we are getting positive, we are saying same values will be getting in negative side. Okay, that's how we are getting this hump. All right. So now this is your after this, after 2 pi, again the circle will repeat, right? It will repeat again. So same again, the values will repeat. That's only 2 pi means 360 degree only the angle can rotate, right? After that, it will repeat itself. So from there, it will start to repeat itself. Yes or no? You have understood or not? How many of you haven't understood? So again, it will start repeating, and it will keep on repeating. Now, anyone can tell me which quadrant is this point? What is this point? Okay, next. This is 0. This is 0. This is pi. What is this? Minus pi. Okay. This is your minus pi. This will be your minus 2 pi. Okay. This again is which quadrant? No one knows yet. Wow. You don't remember this. 0, pi by 2, pi, 2 pi by 3, again 2 pi. Achha, sorry, 3 pi by 2. No, sorry. Right. Why I've written here also it's mistake. Thank you. This is 3 pi by 2. Again, this is 3 pi by 2. Okay. You get it? Now you'll see after reaching 2 pi, that is from here to here. See, this is the motion of pendulum also. If you know, you will get the same. In have you found the equation of pendulum time period of pendulum? That will be 2 pi. Okay. If you take the length of pendulum as 1 meter, you'll get 2 pi. At every 2 pi second, time. If x is your time, it will keep on repeating. Just study that in physics. See, if these basic concepts are ready with you, you will understand what they are talking about. Other than in physics, also you will face okay how this, there will be that is simple pendulum, then there will come compound pendulum, right? Torsional pendulum is there. So those type of pendulum you are going to study. What? No, nothing. Have you studied already? Pendulum. Okay. Okay. So is this thing clear? Yes or no? Huh? Is this clear? Boy, Naveen. Is this clear? What you are looking at? Continuously you are searching for something. Wait, it's there in your book. Don't worry. Page number 60. Now I have to draw sine 2x. Let's say sine 2x we need to draw. We just put x is equal to 0. Then get what? 0. X is equal to 0. We are getting 0. Now if you put x is equal to pi by 2, put x is equal to pi by 2. What you are getting? Sine pi, right? That means sine pi is how much? 30. Sine pi is how much? Sine pi is how much? Pi is 180. Sine 180 is how much? See here it's there now. This is the graph. Sine 180 is how much? It's 0 now. Now you understand what's the reason of frustration. Because just pay a little attention. Just see right in front of you. Don't be scared of it. I'm not that serious. So sine pi is 0. And if you put pi by 2, you are getting what? 0. That means this point will shift here. Okay, and you'll just repeat the graph like this. Okay, that means you have studied this in optics. You must have studied that they are different wavelengths, different color will have different wavelengths, right? So violet color will have the smallest and the red color will have the largest wavelength, right? So suppose if this is the sine curve is your red color, then this green one is your violet color. It's like that, or in blue color, or green also you can take. It's fine. Okay, so that means it will shrink whenever you multiply by any factor. By that factor only the graph will shrink. Okay, shrink towards what? Shrink in x. It will not shrink in y. Okay. If you multiply here by 2, suppose now if you multiply here by 2, listen. If you multiply here by 2, what will happen? It will expand. This one will go. Okay, first this is y equal to sin 2x, right? So it will expand automatically. The value, let's say pi by 2. Sin pi sin pi by 2 is 1. 1 into 2 is what? 2. So from here the graph is shifted. You're getting it? Okay, my suggestion would be there is a book called Play with Graphs, okay, by Amit Agrawal. You can find the PDF copy of that, and you can see those transformations. If you have any doubt in that, see, I don't suggest in the beginning because that is a little higher standard. Okay, so you should follow those type of, if you really want to do anything other than engineering, other than this your CBSE. So understood. If now if we divide x by 2, what will happen? The graph will expand. Okay. Now coming to your question, tan, right? And what I was telling, this is sine. This white wala curve is sine. So cosec of x is equal to 1 upon sine x. Fine. Now see where all it is intersecting, where all the values are 0. Here you will just draw a dotted line. Okay, that means these are the asymptotes, and this is the maximum value of sine. What you will do, you will just take this curve from here to there. Okay, so what you'll get this. What graphic? See, first, if you want to find a cosec of 2x, right? So first you got sine of 2x. Partition. Now again, this. Okay, that's how we are going to do the transformations. How many of you understood? How many of you haven't understood anything? How many of you have doubt? Just raise your hand first. Are you clear? Next time you will be able to draw everything. Are you sure? You have doubt. You have doubt. You have doubt. Okay. After class. You understood? Yes or no? What doubt you have? After class. I got it. It's a long process. You have to understand sine, cosec, why we are doing it. Then only you will understand that. What's your doubt? Again, after class. It's a little longer process. You just find the value now. You know, what's the maximum value of sine? 1, right? At what? Pi by 2. And that is the minimum value of cosec at pi by 2. Cosecant of pi by 2 is what? 1, right? You take any other value, like you take like x is equal to 30 degree. What is it? Pi by 3, pi by 6. Sine pi by 6 is how much? 1 by 2, right? So cosecant of pi by 6 will be how much? 2. See, the more will be the value. Sorry, lesser will be the value of sine. Greater will be the value of cosec. At x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, what's the value? It's not defined. Sine 0 is 0, right? So it is 1 upon 0. Cosecant of 0 is what? 1 upon 0. That is not defined. That's why it will approach what I told, approach infinity, right? So what I told you is the shortcut method to understand why we are flipping the graph. It should be a common understanding because you know how to find the values, right? Okay. You understood? You're saying yes, but I don't trust you. Anyway, tan, right? So now can you draw tan? See, okay, I'll just help it, or let me draw. See, tan from here we know this, right? This we know. This though in 10th standard we have studied. From this 0 to pi by 2, this is 10. And also we have studied that tan of minus x is equal to minus 10x, right? That's why the values will flip out. Here, this is minus pi by 2. This is the same values, but in the negative side. Because sine of minus x, sine of minus x is minus x. Or tan of minus x is minus 10x. Okay, sorry. Now what we need to draw? We need to draw tan 2x, right? Acha, x by 2, okay. Tan x by 2. 10x by 2. Now put x is equal to 0. What value you are getting? 0. Put x is equal to, this is pi by 2, right? Put pi by 2. What you are getting? 45, right? 1045 is how much? 1. So suppose it was 1 here. No, it was 1 here, right? Pi by 4. At pi by 4 it was 1. But right now when you are putting pi by 2, the value is 1, right? So at pi by 2 you are getting 1 for this curve, by 10x by 2. That pink color curve is your 10x. Okay. Now put x is equal to pi. What you are getting? Huh? 10 pi by 2 is 10x. We are plotting this 10x by 2. This is 10. 10 pi by 2 is multiplied here. You can see that. Okay. Now let me erase this. There is a confusion. So let me erase this. So this is pi. Okay. Now put all the values here. If x is equal to pi by 4, then what you are getting, we don't know. So this is y is equal to 10x by 2, right? If you put x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, you are getting 10, 0, that is 0. If you put x is equal to pi by 2, this value you are putting now. X is equal to pi by 2 here. So what this will become? Pi by 4. That pi by 4 was the value of 10? 1. So that's why we have plotted 1 here. Okay. Got it? Now at pi, what will be the value if you put pi? Now if you substitute this value, okay? Pi, if we substitute here, what this will become 10 pi by 2, right? So 10 pi by 2 is how much? Not defined. So it will be somewhere. So the graph will look something like this. Okay. Something like this. So this will be a negative. What I told you, when you divide, the graph will expand. If you multiply here, the graph will shrink. Got it? Now let me again draw tan. Okay, so this is tan. And again, let me draw one more curve. That's pi by 4. This is pi by 4. So this blue one is y is equal to tan 2x. The blue one is tan 2x, the pink one is tan x, and the white one is tan x by 2. Understood this thing? Yes or no? If you haven't understood it, go try it. Otherwise, no, don't ask me this. Okay? If you are trying it, then only ask me. Without trying, don't ask me. How many of you were able to prove this? Sine A plus B is equal to what? Anyone? Plus you. Sine A minus B. Why? Is this correct? Huh? Just see it. Is this correct? Okay, this is correct. Why this is correct? Any one of you, why this is correct? Wait. Okay. Hari, why this is correct? Let's see it right there in front of you.
Yeah. If you substitute b is equal to minus b, sine minus b will be equal to what? Minus sine b. You have studied this.
Everything is positive. You are substituting b as minus b. So sin a cos minus b. Cos minus b is what?
Cos b. Because cos is even function, cos minus b is equal to cos b.
Okay. So that's how we got my y and plus. Okay. Plus cos a. Cos a is positive and sin minus b.
Sine of minus b is what? Minus sine. So we'll multiply the minus side, negative side. Got it? It's very easy. You just memorize this formula. That's what you have done, right? Okay. Even if you memorize it, it's fine. I don't care. But I will never suggest that, because there will be a time you will forget it. You should know all the derivations. You know why? Because right now you are in a learning stage. I'm sure nobody is going to ask you. Never they will ask you in any exam derivation, probably. Yeah. But the why we do derivation, the process we learn, the journey. Okay. You will reach Mount Everest, but it's the journey that you will remember. The feeling, oh, okay, at the top it will be something, but again, the entire journey of reaching the top and come that altitude and coming down again. So that matters. Anyway, so how many of you were able to prove this? How many of you tried this? Then you were able to solve it? How you did it? See, cos will be the identity values. No, 1 is equal to sin square theta plus cos square. That will be very long process. Okay. So what you can do is, okay, let's again make this is a let's say you have this angle. Let's say this angle is alpha. Okay. And again, you have another angle that is beta. Okay, so this will be equal to what? Right, alpha plus beta. So from here to here, this will be alpha plus beta. Any doubt? Any doubt? Just take any point and draw a perpendicular. Let's take a point here and we draw a perpendicular. Okay, now how you will proceed? Acha, if this angle is alpha, Aman, what is this angle? If this angle is alpha, what is this? Why? Huh? See, whenever a line there are, if this will intersect, these angles will be same, right? So what is this called? Yeah, parallel lines, no? So this line and this line is parallel. See, when I'm drawing this line, okay, you have, okay, fine. So this line is parallel to this line. So that's how. Thank you. So this angle is again alpha. Fine. How much is this angle? This you are drawing a perpendicular, right? Thank you. This is also 90. Tell me how much will be this angle? How much will be this angle? This one. What angle will be that? Let's say this point is O, this is P, say this is Q, this is R, like that. Huh? It will be 90. Why? It's 90, right? This is alpha, so SQ, yeah. This is not angle, right? SQ is an angle. SQR. This class is right. So SQR is not intersect. Anyone? Anyone of you? It will be? Which one? Then? Do you remember yesterday we studied that unit circle? How many of you were there? You weren't there in class. You guys were there in class? Unit circle, you remember? What is a point, any point on a unit circle? How can you define in terms of, did I ask? Is it cos theta, sin theta? How? If you have a circle here, any point you take on a circle, how can you define it? If suppose it is at an angle alpha, what will be this point? Suppose the radius is r. How you will define this? We have done this yesterday or day before yesterday? Day before yesterday? You were also not on. R? Why? Can you tell me why? You were there day before yesterday, right? Sham, you were there? Naveen? Why? Why is this r cos alpha r sin alpha? Goshal, Shakti. Why it is r cos alpha? Yes. From the triangle, you haven't studied anything in your 10th standard. This is from your 10th standard only, right? This is not skipped everything in what happened in 10th. I seriously want to know what happened. Actually, your boards were also online. The worst thing you guys have done. Okay, let's use different approach then. You understood this? You understood? Aman, I'm asking you this one. Not this. This I'm going to explain to you. This one. Huh? Sham, you understood this thing? Go read your books. Okay. You were there in day before yesterday's class. What you were doing in the class? But show me your notebook. Are you noting down? What will happen? You know the reason why you were saying this in the middle of class. The reason was you were not noting down anything. I saw your notebook. You were not noting down anything. What? Listen. Either you listen properly or put your excuses with you. Okay? Don't do that. I know what I said. I saw everyone's notebook. Everyone was at least trying to solve the problem. You were just simply sitting like idle. That's why you were thrown out of class. Usually I don't do that, and she got scared of me. Okay. Okay. So let me draw it again. I think there will be a so this, okay. If I draw a line parallel to this here, this R, that will pass through R, then this angle will be what? What will be? Okay, let me draw fresh diagram. Sorry. That will help, I think, properly. So again, we'll create, because we need to find alpha plus beta, sin alpha plus beta. That's why we'll create two angles, alpha as well as beta. You can create that angle in any coordinate. Like yesterday we did in second and third coordinate, if you remember. Yesterday or day before yesterday. Yesterday only we approved, right? Cos alpha plus beta. Day before. So in second and third quadrant we have done. So we can do in any quadrant. I have told you also that we can make the angles in any quadrant. It's just you have to summarize it. Okay. So let's do in first quadrant. So let's say this is angle alpha or A if you want, and let's say this is angle beta. So this will be your alpha plus beta. Okay. Now let me use another way. Let's say this is point A here. Okay, and let's draw a perpendicular form. So far, any problem? Any doubt why we are doing it? We just want to prove the formula. That's it. It may seem little lame, but just to prove the formula why we are doing it. But if it's a triangle or if it's a what we can say it's in the coordinate system, we know the relation between coordinates, right? We know the algebra behind it. That's why we are using triangles and the Pythagoras theorems. Okay, equal angles, alternate interior angles. These tools we have studied in before your 10th standard, right? And before your 11th standard, you have studied these tools. So now we are going to use the same tools and we are going to try to prove this. Okay, Shakti, any doubt? Oh, you two are in same batch. Same dress. Now I saw it. Okay, fine. That's why we are. You can use other method also. Like yesterday I mentioned, there are other other methods we can use to prove it. It's fine. If you are using some other method, that is completely okay. But you should be able to prove with correct algebraic expressions. Okay. So if we are drawing a perpendicular here, now let's take a point. Let's draw a perpendicular from here on this line. Okay, here. Okay, let's say this point is C, and now we'll draw again a perpendicular. We are just trying to get a geometry out of it. Okay, these all are 90. This is also 90. Okay, any doubt? And let's extend it here. Let's say this point is E. Fine. So far, any problem? We have just joined points. Nothing else we have done. Now, now since this angle is alpha, what will be this angle? E or O? What will be this angle? Aman, what angle will be this? You only said last time. Alpha. Okay. Sham, any doubt? Naveen, any doubt here? Please let me know. Huh? So this will be your alpha. I'm writing here. Okay, is that fine? Now, if this is alpha, if this angle is alpha, this angle is 90 degrees. And what else? What will be this angle? What will be this angle? Why? A C E 90 minus alpha. You got it. Why it is 90 minus? Huh, theta? No. Theta doesn't mean 90 minus theta. Who said? Have I said theta is equal to 90 minus theta? I said I never said theta is equal to 90 minus theta. It is only possible when theta is equal to 45 degrees. It's only that case it is possible. So why you are saying this? I don't get it. Just think before you say anything. why this angle will be alpha? Anyone? This is also alpha. Why this is alpha? Hari, why this is alpha? Sakti, why this is alpha? Why this is alpha? This is 90, right? This angle is 90. This angle is alpha. This angle is alpha. This again will be 90, right? So this is 90 minus alpha. So if this is 90 minus alpha, and sum of angle is how much? 180. 90 minus alpha plus 90, and this should be alpha to get 180 degrees. You're getting it or not? So this angle, if I zoom it here, this angle will be 90 minus alpha, right? In a triangle, because this is 90. Okay, this angle is 90, so this should be 90 minus alpha. Okay, if this is 90 minus alpha, so this is again a triangle, right? So this should be alpha to make it 180 degrees. Because the sum of all the angles of a triangle, interior angles of a triangle is how much? 180 degrees. So that's why this is how much? Understood why this is alpha? Okay. Now, since we know everything about this, so now we can write what we actually want to write. That means we want sine alpha plus beta. Now just try to find sine alpha plus beta from here. Sine alpha plus beta. Now, okay, let's see the triangle. Now which triangle we should do?
Sine alpha plus beta is this, and this is the prime OAB,
right? OAB in triangle OAB. What is sine alpha plus beta? Sine alpha plus beta, tell me, what is it? Asha, see here.
sine alpha plus beta. This is the prime alpha plus beta.
Sine is what? AB by? Okay. Fine.
This is AB by OA, right?
It's perpendicular upon
This is the perpendicular side and this is the right?
any doubt?
Now can we write this as A plus B?
Is there any problem? Write down AE plus EB OE. Is that okay? Just see. And now we'll just separate it. AE upon OA plus EB upon OA. See? Anybody is having doubt in this slide? Any doubt at all? Everyone, till everyone has written? Huh? Yeah. Sure. Note it down. Note down, everyone. Do it fast. Do it fast. We have to do some problems. Done. Okay. Now let's write it again here. Sine alpha plus beta is equal to AE upon OA plus. Now this is EB, right? Now see this. The length of EB is equal to CD. Fine. So can we write CD here instead of EB? Fine, because this is length only. Now when you are writing EB, that means you are writing the length. So this length is also equal to CD. So can we write it like this? Okay. Now since we need it in terms of sine alpha and cos beta, sine beta, we need to separate alpha and beta separately. So which angles do you think? See, we have two triangles. Like this, we have this triangle, right? OCB. We have this triangle, and to take beta, because this is beta, then we have triangle OCB. These are the two triangles. We have to make use of these two triangles, and we have to write in terms of alpha and beta, sine alpha and sine beta. So what we'll do, we'll write AE upon OE, right? AE upon OE, how we can write OE or OA? Sorry, OA. So can we write it as, because we need sine alpha, right? Where is it?
So we are looking at this triangle. OCB.
Okay. OCD triangle we are looking at. So what we can write? What is it? AE, right? AE upon OE. So sine alpha is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse, right? So sine perpendicular upon hypotenuse is what? AC into AC upon OA. Can we write it like this? Just I just want to write in terms of sine because that's why I'm writing it. Because these two will cancel out and again this, right? These two will get cancelled out now. See, is it okay? I'm only writing this because we need to write in terms of sine alpha or cos alpha. We want the angle alpha separately because we need to express this sine alpha plus beta into separate angles of trigonometry. Okay, that's the only reason we are writing it. What? AE by what? AE by OA? Matlab?
AE by OA. Yeah, this is AE. This is what we are writing. That's what I said.
are writing this here so that we can get angle alpha. In terms of angle alpha. Now this we can write similarly in this triangle. This triangle. Now we can write it in this triangle. Okay. So what we are going to write CD upon OC. Okay, we need OC into OC upon OA. Can we write again? These two will get cancelled out, right? See, and we'll get the above term. So we can extend this as this. Okay. Now AE upon AC is what? Look at what is AE upon AC? See. A upon AE upon. Where is AC? AE upon AC. What is this? AE upon AC is what? Let me check again. AE upon AC. What is this? Yeah. This is 90 degree, no? This one is 90 degree. So this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. And this is the opposite angle. So we said AE upon AC. So this will be cos. You're not getting it. Okay. Let's make the triangle here. The same triangle we are going to write AEC. AEC. We have isolated this triangle from everything else. Now this is your alpha. We are writing AE upon A. AE upon, that means AE this upon AC. So this is the hypotenuse side, right? So base, this is the base because the angle is like this. So base upon hypotenuse is what? Cos of alpha. So we can write this as cos alpha multiplied by what A. Now AC upon OA. AC upon OA. See, this is again 90 degree. Can you see this? See, this is 90 degree. This is your hypotenuse, and this is your sine beta. So this angle. So this will be your sine beta into sine beta plus. Now CD upon OC. What is CD? CD upon OC. What is this? Tell me. Sine alpha, and this is your cos beta. Okay, so this is your sine alpha plus beta. Got it? How we can prove this? See, this is not the only method. I feel like this is the simplest method that you guys have done before. In this method, we are only using other trigonometric identities and formula also we can prove this. But we are proving it using geometry, okay, and lengths and angles, right? What is trigonometry is the relation between length and angle, right? So that's what we are. Now, if you want to find sine alpha minus beta, what you will do? You'll just substitute beta is equal to minus beta and you'll get it, right? Fine. So let's do one problem. So how many of you proved this one? Prove that. Write down sine let's say C plus sine D is equal to 2. What is this? C plus D upon 2 cos C minus D upon 2. Remember this? We have done this also, right? Cos C plus cos D you have done. You see, it's really easy. You need to, sine A plus B, right? Or sine alpha plus beta. Just now we proved. Prove that using that. Write sine alpha plus beta, sine alpha minus beta. Write down. The previous one, everyone understood? See, you have to go and you have to see it one more time. Okay? Just do that. You will. I'm sure you will understand. See, it's not like nobody can understand. Everyone did. Everyone is going to get sign alpha plus beta, sign alpha. Now add these two. Add. Put this as number 1. Okay, well the pen. Put this as number 1 and number 2. Now I'm saying add 1 and 2. And whatever you are getting, put the result as 3. Then subtract 1 and 2. Okay, put that as 4. Itna to smart you guys are, I suppose. You can do addition and subtraction. If you can't do that, I'm very sorry. You can. Nobody can help you unless you learn it. Got it? Biology. What you will do next? Now see the pattern. You will get it. Everyone use the identity. Okay, now put, let's say, even if you turn your NCRT, I'm sure you will understand this. What we have to prove? Sin C plus sin D. Okay. And we have got alpha. Okay, that means we are right. C, D, anything you can write. It doesn't matter, right? So if, let's say, let alpha plus beta is equal to new angle, some dummy angle theta. Okay, let's say that. And alpha minus beta is equal to some angle phi. Is there in your NCRT? Okay. I can write minus 30. So it can be anything. So I'm just assuming theta is fine. It doesn't. It's a dummy value. We call it a dummy value. Okay. Now what you'll get? Find alpha and beta from here. Find out. You have two expressions, right? This and this. What will be alpha? What will be beta? Write down. Write alpha and beta in terms of theta and phi. Find alpha and beta in terms of theta and phi. Do it fast. Yes, Aman. I'll see your notebook again. Shakti, you getting it? You have two equations. You need to find alpha and beta. You cannot do that. X plus y is equal to 3 and x minus y is equal to 5. You have done that now. Linear equation in two variables. So this is that only. Don't say you don't know how to do it. Otherwise, first go and learn those things. Don't sit like a stupid person. Theta plus 5 by 2. Beta. Theta minus 5 by 2. This much you cannot do. This simple thing. I've just given you two equations, two variables. If you cannot do this thing, just go to your 6th or 7th standard and start from there. I don't know who authorized you guys to sit in 11th standard. Don't know how to add and subtract. Now see. Now let's say this is equation number 5. Okay. Let's say this is equation number 5. Okay. So now put equation number 5 in where let's say equation number 1 in 1. Put 5 in 1. Do it. Let's see what you are getting. Put equation number put equation number this 5 in 1.
Now substitute the one. Substitute it. Now I substitute I will
If you substitute 5 in 1, see, 1 is what? Sine. Sine. Equation number 1 is what? Sine alpha plus beta, right? So alpha plus beta is what? Alpha plus beta is what? What is it? Cos? Cos alpha sin beta or cos? Wait. Cos alpha sin beta plus. Okay. So cos alpha. Cos alpha, right? Alpha is what? Theta plus pi by theta plus pi by 2. Okay. And sine what? Sine beta, right? So beta is what? Theta minus pi by 2 plus what else? Sine alpha cos beta. Now sine alpha is what? Theta plus pi by 2. No. Something we are doing wrong here. Because we need to find in terms of we need to find in terms of alpha and beta. Wait. So this will be sorry, my mistake. Just a minute. You are getting what you are getting? Anyone got the result? See, in substituting in 1 you will not get. Sorry, you have to substitute in 3. Sorry, my mistake. You have to substitute in here. When you are adding 1 and 2, you have equated that equation to 3, right? What you have got from there? Just give me a. You have got, see, when you are adding 1 and 2, you are getting sine alpha plus beta, right? Sine alpha plus beta, and alpha plus beta is how much? Theta. See, 3. Let me write equation number 3. Sine alpha plus beta. When you are adding 1 and 2 plus sine alpha minus beta is equal to 2 sine alpha cos beta. That's what you have got, equation number 3. Right? Take it biology. Now you substitute this equation number 5 in equation number 3. Okay. Now you see alpha plus beta is what? We have assumed theta, right? So we can write sine theta plus sine alpha minus beta, what we have assumed? Phi, right? So we'll write sine phi. Okay, this is equal to 2 cos alpha. Alpha is equal to what? Theta plus phi by 2. Sorry, sine now, it is sine. Sorry. This is sine alpha. Alpha is what? Theta plus phi by 2. See, from here you have got it. Okay. And this is cos beta. Beta is what? Theta minus phi by 2. Okay. Now just replace. See, this is just a variable, right? Theta and phi are just a variable. You can replace it with A and B, C and D, E and F. You can also replace it with alpha and beta. So you can always write sine alpha plus sine beta. Yeah. To sine beta cos alpha. When you are adding it. So this is how we are going to do. Now see, listen. This is just a dummy value. So you can choose any dummy value, but I'm going to replace with that. Even you can write sine alpha plus sine beta is equal to 2 sine alpha plus beta by 2 cos alpha minus beta by 2. Now you may think like, okay, we have derived here alpha and beta. See, this can be anything. It doesn't have to be alpha and beta. You have to understand this. That's why I'm writing it. Okay, these type of problems will keep repeating. It's just a in integration and differentiation when we are studying calculus, there also will be using a lot these things. Okay, in physics, I think you might have already started. But say something useful. Okay, yeah, 12th standard only it is there. I'm just saying it. Okay, when you are so it's just a dummy variable. If the value of alpha and beta are not fixed, okay, it can be a is equal to, it can be you can use anything. Like you can even write it here as, let me write something, sine x plus sine y will be equal to 2 sine x plus y upon 2 cos x minus y upon 2. You got it, Nidhi, where you are wrong. Okay, so let's do one problem based on this. Find sine 15 degree. I suppose you all know this. Find the value of sine 15. Just see every just everything I don't know. I'm not going to yes. So this will be, you can write sine 45 minus 30, right? And this is again sine A minus B. So, huh? 60 minus 45 also you can write. Or you can also write sine, what you said, 60 minus 45. You'll get the same result. You know sine A minus B. Just now we have learned it, right? So do it fast. Tell me the result. You just need to substitute the value. That's it. So this is equal to what? Cos 30 sine 45 minus cos 45 sine 30. Right? So cos 30 is how much? Aman. Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. Navin, is he right or wrong? Right or wrong? How much is the value of cos 30? Shakti, what's the value of cos 30?
3 by 2.
Huh?
Root 3 by 2.
What's the value of cos 30?
Root 3 by 2, sir.
First thing you should understand, cos is never greater than 1. It is never less than minus 1. So when you are saying 2 by 3, 3 is smaller than 2. So the ratio will always be greater than 1. So it is not possible. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. What? Do you want an award? Then you want to a recognition case. Okay, you want correct answer yourself. This happens with everyone, right? I suppose. Find the value. Tell me the final answer. Shakti, you got it. Do it fast. See, in these type of problems, you'll take the first time. Biology was the answer. What is this? You want Amitabh Bachchan dance? See, sine 45 is how much? Huh? Naveen? Wait. Sine 45 is how much? 1 by root 2. Minus cos 45? Naveen, today you will go see your 10th standard trigonometry book and study it thoroughly. Then only you come to class. See, today or tomorrow, listen, tomorrow I'm going to upload the assignment. Listen, everyone. Shut up and just shut up. Did I said you are wrong or anything? Did I say that? Today or tomorrow, most probably tomorrow I'm going to upload the assignment. It will contain 10 questions. I want hard copy of that. Don't want you to submit online. I want that hard copy in class. Those who are online also, I want your hard copy. You have to come and submit it. Ask your parents to send it or courier it to Raghav. Courier it to here in this address. If you are not submitting that, I will just disconnect the call online. If those whose paper I am not having, let's be clear with this. Okay. So this is 1 upon root 2 multiplied by sine 30 is how much? Huh? 30 sine 30 is how much?
1 by 2.
Sine 30 is how much? 1 by? You too. I thought you were studying. Nobody is studying. What? So this will be root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. Okay. So this is your sine 15 degree. Find out sine 75 degree. Find out sine 75 degree. Last problem. Do it. Do it fast and you can leave. Next page. If you, huh? What? Do it, I don't know. Tell me the answer fast. Root 3. 2 root 2. Okay, I don't know if this is the correct answer, but I suppose this is correct. This is correct. So I'll upload the assignment. Please submit or don't come. Very simple. I want hard copy of the assignment. I want at least you should try the problems if it is there. You should not just leave the problem. I want to see what you have tried. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Shakti, study. This is not the way you are going to learn. Proof, see all the trigonometric ratios and the formulas that is there, we have done almost all. All the proofs, you don't need to do all the proofs. If you have understood one proof, that means you can do all the other proofs. So just go and see the proofs that you have done today and the class on Monday. Okay. So these two proofs you must see. Just try to prove it yourself. Okay. And learn all the formulas. Write down, listen everyone. Write down all the formulas. In one go.
Thank you, sir.
Hari, you two have to study. Okay, your feels like you are trying. And I just I'm telling you especially right now and study art and study. Especially for non for sure. Moments. Study art and study.
Sir, the down to two students.